You're listening to the Law of Attraction Radio Network.
The secret to well-being is discovering the power that is your birthright, the power to create a happier, healthier life, drawn from our own vast internal resources. Join Jules and her guests as they gently guide you to shift your perspective from the familiar negative to the divinely connected, a place that will not only positively impact your world, but possibly shift the planet. It's all right here on Law of Attraction Talk Radio.
Well, welcome to Law of Attraction Talk Radio. I'm Jules from beautiful Southern California, and it is hot. It is very hot, and I'm loving the AC. Oh my goodness, you have no idea. But we are going to have a really tremendous show because I have one of my favorite people in the whole world on with me today, Dr. Michael Mosley. And we're going to be talking about something that happened. We're going to be talking about Doreen Virtue. And she changed. She's no longer known as the Angel Lady because she had something happen. She is away from anything. She took everything off of the cell platform. There are no more cards. There are no more books. There's no more sessions. There's no more workshops. She has just totally said it's all full of demons. So I wanted to talk to probably one of the most spiritual people that I've ever met before, who is a psychic, a prophet. He does get messages from this higher consciousness. So I wanted to bring him on to talk about, because it's really puzzling to me why a person who has built this incredible, loving career that brought joy to so many people, all of a sudden throw it up in the air and say it's evil. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So with that, Dr. Michael Mosley is going to help us to understand a bit of what's going on. So with that, let's take a fast commercial break, and then we'll be back on with my favorite person, Dr. Michael Mosley.
It's here, it's hot, and it's a must read. It's the science behind the Law of Attraction magazine. Every issue brings you great articles and in-depth how-tos from all your favorite Law of Attraction experts, authors, scientists, and medical professionals. Go to lawofattractionmagazine.net. That's lawofattractionmagazine.net.
Did you know that every human uses only a small portion of their powerful mind? Jules Johnson, international certified hypnotherapist, wants to introduce you to your powerful mind in order to create your dream life. In as little as one session, Jules guides you into releasing limiting beliefs that keep you from achieving wealth, health, better relationships, and even true love. Schedule a session in Palm Springs or set up a Skype video session for those nationally and internationally. Jules would love to serve as your guide into living your dreams. Go to creativeguidedimagery.com or call 951-201-2166. That's creativeguidedimagery.com.
You're listening to the Law of Attraction Radio Network, heard by millions worldwide through 38 internet radio stations and in over 135 countries. Be sure to sign up for your monthly updates and get all the latest information on LOA radio events such as cruises, workshops, and seminars, as well as information on the latest shows, topics, and guests. Go to LOAradionetwork.com and sign up today.
Well, welcome, Dr. Michael Mosley. Thank you so much for coming on. I just love it when you're on.
I am excited to be here. I really am very excited. I couldn't wait for this time. So I'm happy to see. And you look so beautiful and radiant.
Oh, thank you. It must be the heat. It must be the heat and the sweat.
I understand. I do understand.
Yeah, because you used to live out this way in California, so you understand completely. Well, anyway, Dr. Michael Mosley, I respect you and your advice so much because I do believe you have a direct connection and you have a fuller understanding of our relationship with the divine and ourselves. So there has been a thing that really surprised me. Doreen Virtue, who I loved, she was known as the Angel Lady.
Yes.
She has written all these books. She has made all these cards. She taught everybody about the angel numbers. And then all of a sudden, in January of this year, she had a vision, I guess, that said, this is all evil.
Mm-hmm.
And so she stopped selling, took all of her books, all of her cards offline. There's no way that you can purchase it now. It's not on Amazon. There is no way. She just said it's all evil. And the only thing that's not evil is the Bible, the message of Jesus, the true meaning of God. Mm-hmm. So, okay, now after all of these years, it leaves people rather confused. And so, I mean, she's really definitive, as you just saw on the list, all these things that she's saying, even hypnosis. Exactly. So it's like, okay, Dr. Michael Mosley, what do you think is going on?
You know, honestly, I believe that we cannot deny that she had a religious experience, which is wonderful. But what I question is her interpretation of that religious experience. And this has been the issue with, I guess, religion for a long time. Everybody may have an experience, but then we want everybody to have either the exact same experience, or we want to make your experience exactly like my experience.
Exactly.
And I think that's an error. You know, I cannot imagine. First of all, when you're saying, and this is what she is saying, that all of this is evil, that's hard for me to grab, because when you are helping people, how can that be evil? When you are offering insight, revelation, helping people to feel better, you know, everybody may not understand what we do, being a channeler, and then we get caught up with these terms, you know, psychic, prophet, channeler, intuitive. But overall, it still means I am being utilized by the divine. You're a hypnotherapist. You are being utilized by the divine to bring forth help. So I'm wondering why she did not put on there being a lawyer is evil, being a doctor is evil, because the doctor is being guided by the divine to bring healing, to bring help. The attorney is being guided by the divine to clear your case or help you win your case. So I cannot understand how we put all of this in a spiritual bubble and call it.
Right. And for it to happen all of a sudden,
yes,
it's just like, why? And she said she did it because using the law of attraction and understanding it was false, in that she ended up broke, penniless, loveless, everything. And it's like, wow, okay.
Now, you see, I feel that that's the experience that she has had. Mm-hmm. It's not really, and this is my personal belief, I do not feel it was totally God. I feel it was an experience of being alone or being heartbroken. And in life, we do have those challenges, but those challenges are to really strengthen our belief, not to take us away from what we have been doing. It's to strengthen us. When you go through a hard time, that's when you utilize the law of attraction more. That's when you meditate more. That's when you manifest more. So it's not, oh, I got sick, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to eat right. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to take my medication. No, that's off. So when you are going through a rough patch, divorce, I've been through divorce. I'm like, I don't want to do no more. I ain't going to church. I ain't doing that. Because, we were going through that emotion. But if you just wait, calm down, you will feel that reconnection, that realigning with the divine and saying, I'm still here with you. So don't mix your temporary emotional situation and take it as a permanent, a permanent assignment from God. No, let's really hear the matter thoroughly clear. And I hope that makes some sense. So we got to be cautious. I don't feel that all of what she's saying is evil. No, it is not. I'm going on your show to say, no, it's not, everybody. It is not evil. It is the divine. And Jewel, the divine, the Bible even lets us know, the divine is so vast. No one of us, not any one of us, can totally comprehend it.
That's true.
So we cannot say, oh, that's just wrong, that's wrong. No. And that's what religion has done. Religion has limited. And I'm a preacher, I'm a minister, and I stand firm on that. But I'm going to go on record by saying this. Now, this is what some people may not like, but I'm going to go on your show saying it. I learned more about God when I began to open my spirituality, to embrace the metaphysical realm, to embrace the New Age realm, because now she wrote something that they're against God, but the New Age movement is not against God. There may be some forms of it, but the whole they're just saying we are thinking new. We have a new thought. We're not trying to say, get rid of God. No, we're trying to expand him, not eliminate him.
Exactly. Because you, through all of your experiences with the law of attraction, you're actually becoming closer in with God. There is this creative energy force that some people call God, but we may not be calling it the same thing. But I can't even imagine that it could be considered evil when you're getting in touch with you and that energy force that is helping you to create. It is a spiritual practice.
It is.
How can this be wrong? How can it be the devil when does the devil feel that good?
And one thing I learned this when I began to study in the New Age practice is that they don't put a lot of emphasis on the devil.
Yes, that's right.
And I like that because in most churches, we're going to talk about the devil. The devil's busy, devil. Now, according to the law of attraction, which I believe, whatever you focus on, whatever you feed, that's what grows. So if I'm keep feeding the devil, that devil grows. So we have been now trying to teach people with the law of attraction, with the Law of Attraction Radio Network, with the magazine, how to focus more on God. What do you want as opposed to what you don't want? I don't want the devil, so I'm not going to talk about him. I want more money. I want more success. I want better health. Let me focus on that. And Jesus said, according to your faith, which is your mental perception, be it unto you. Whatever you focus on, that's what you are going to receive. That is not evil.
As a matter of fact, Jesus said, as a man thinketh, he is. Did he not say that?
Yes, that's recorded in the Proverbs. So really it's Solomon, King Solomon, that made that statement, who was a very wealthy man. And it is really true. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. In other words, you're producing, you're prophesying, you're predicting whatever your life is by your thoughts. Your thoughts are your first prophet or your first psychic. Your thoughts produce your reality. That's not evil. That, in fact, I like to say it like this. Money is neither good or bad. It's an energy.
Right.
Your thoughts it is what it is. If it's what you partake of it. If I'm going to imagine, me eating chocolate cake and I'm on a diet, then that may be evil to some people. But if I'm imagining chocolate cake and it's my birthday, that's not evil. That's good.
I love the way you think. I love the way you
That's
think.
good. That's not evil. So it's how you perceive the matter. And one thing that I do, one thing she's trying to say is that we use the oracle cards, the manifestation techniques, the law of attraction. Some people use that as a replacement for the divine. And in fact, they just looking at, tell me, and I've had people to come, tell me what the cards say, tell me what my future is. Well, I understand that, but I need you to remember this is to connect you to the divine. I am not God's replacement. I'm only a vessel, a tool that he uses. I don't replace him. Right. So now use the cards, the candles, the oils, the incense, use all of that to connect you with the divine, not to separate you from him and say, okay, I'm going to light this candle and that candle is going to be God to me. No, that candle is connected to God and is giving your prayer to God or giving you a message from the divine.
I find that true with hypnosis because I have a very spiritual hypnosis session because I let the people connect to that energy, to the heart, to the ethers. That is a spiritual connection that actually helps them to identify and manifest their own dreams. So hypnosis is not a bad thing. No. When you are I just can't see it as, because the person cannot accept something that's outside of what they really want to do. I mean, I couldn't send them to go rob a bank because that's not part of what they want to do. They're going to totally discard that.
Jules, I feel, I'll be bold enough to say, I feel that Miss Virtue has discredited God and has insulted God. And the premise of this is because she has mentioned that all these things are the devil, and this is my problem with religion. And again, I am an ordained minister. I love God. I am a defender of God, if I can say that. And so what I mean by that is, you mean to tell me that the quote unquote devil can do all of these things and God cannot, or he doesn't choose to? He doesn't want to enlighten you. He doesn't want to enhance your spirituality. I would be a bad parent if I wanted all 6 of my children never to get married, never to experience life, just do what I say do, stay in my house. All you do is cook and clean for me, always mention daddy's name, daddy, daddy, daddy. We give daddy all praise, daddy glory. I got all 6 of my children, and they're always bowing down to me every day, but I don't want you to experience anything else outside of the 4 walls of my home. No, that is not a good parent. So God can do all of these things. You're limiting all and giving the quote unquote devil all the credit for all of these things. But God just wants you in the little house worshiping him. Yes, master. Yes, master. That is an insult to God.
Yeah, you're right.
That is not giving him credit. I want my children to live. I want them to go get married, bring me some grandchildren when it's time, have fun, enjoy life, try different foods. I've given you the basics. Now you go with it, run with it. And I feel that she has insulted God and saying that, in other words, God cannot give you meditation. God cannot give you what your heart's desire is through law of attraction. God cannot cause you to go into a deeper conscience of your mind through hypnosis, to clear up any blockages, to help you enhance your life. No, with God, that's a scripture. With men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Give him a chance to prove that he can do all things.
So the law of attraction, the knowledge of that came to us at a particular time in history that we are all open to it. That is by divine intervention, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. God, and I really feel this in my spirit right now. I do feel that God has worked, if we can say hard, he says, worked hard to get us to that point of enlightenment.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to crash everything down. Can you imagine how hard it was when Jesus came to try to tell everybody, hey, you don't have to do all of that. This is a new, he was new thought. He really was, no, you're not supposed to eat this. You're not supposed to do that. Man, please, we go eat. Jesus was a new thought individual.
Yeah.
And I learned, Jesus was a young man. He was very young.
Yeah.
And he was not caught up in a lot of traditionalism. So this is why I want to encourage people listening to your show. Now, it's wonderful. I'm 50 and you 35.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? Let's, get with that youthful mind to say, I want to branch out. And that's what Jesus did. He began to branch out to say, that's something new, that I'm here to inform. I came that you might have life, not limitation. I came that you might have life and life more abundantly. Experience God. Stop being afraid of the devil and experience life.
Oh, see, this is what everyone here needs to hear from you, because you are telling us why it's okay, but you're also telling us there's more out there.
Yes.
We can grasp it, we can learn from it, we can expand. And it's true. We can get, didn't the Bible say that we can get the fruits of life?
There's nothing, in other words, there's nothing too hard for God. There's nothing he wants to just kind of, don't want you to know this. I don't want you to know this over here. No, you can't know this. No, I feel that God wants you to expand your knowledge. And I do. I have to say this. Now, I have to give almost like a spanking to us as those that are what we call religious leaders and ministers. We have been limited. And we must, that's like Paul, the what we call Apostle Paul in the Bible. He was really a staunch, if I could say, religious person. He really was very staunch. He was trained in the law. So he really thought he was honoring God, like Miss Virtue, when he denounced Jesus. He kept denouncing. He didn't like Christians, But he had an experience. And they're like, wait a minute, I was wrong. Wait a minute, I was really wrong. There's more to God than just what I was trained. And this is the issue with religious people versus New Age. We don't want to let go of what we were taught, because we were taught, if you let this go, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
If you play with the tarot, if you do this, if you go into if you going into your mind, you going to hell. And so we were so terrified of going to hell. We didn't want to step over here.
They don't want to step out. They don't want to step out of their existing life that is hell.
Yes.
And that's
limited. That is hell.
Yeah.
We are limited in your belief. Oh, that it is hell. And I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with Miss Virtue. A lot of these things on here, it took a long time for God to get us to the mindset to open up, to receive it. And because there are a lot of preachers, teachers now that are embracing a lot of things that are beyond what we call traditional gospel or traditional church. And I think it's finally time for us to embrace it all. And there are so many people in the New Age movement that are not trying to denounce God or denounce Christ. Again, we're not trying to eliminate him. We are expanding him.
And the same goes true with the word Allah. Yes. It's all the same. We don't, really, it is a spiritual practice, not the religious practice, our exploration. And that always leads me into a delightful feeling of love, of awness. Now, if the law of attraction isn't leading you there, then you need to have more instruction on it.
You do.
But it should lead you to a good feeling place. And that good feeling place is that energy. That's what we're striving for. Why would we strive for anything less? You can't, and that's what the law of attraction says. You can't get there unless you feel good first. That's the instruction.
Yes. That was a situation in the Bible that the disciples came to Jesus and they said, now, There's some other people over here, they teaching about God and all of that, but they're not with our group. Well, Jesus said, if they're not against us, they're for us. If they're not really against us, they're not hurting my message. They're not harming me. In fact, they're okay. You know, we must, where is this leading? That's the one thing when I teach a class about the difference in I guess, a true and a false prophet. It's a very thin line, but the main difference is the word motive. What is their motive? And that's with anybody, a good attorney and a bad attorney, a good doctor and a bad doctor. It's your motive. And you have to be spiritually sensitive to understand that many times there's somebody that just want to get your money. That's their motive. No, I'll tell you anything. Yeah, you go get married in 3 years. Okay, yeah, whatever. Just give me my feet. But that's why there is a scripture in the Bible that says, know them that labor among you. Kind of get a feel for them. You just not go marry anybody. You got to get to know them. And so I have to say, these things that Miss Virtue are denouncing, be very careful, because check to see what is the motive. The law of attraction, the motive is to get you the things that you desire. Really, the things that you're praying about. Get those things. You want, the purpose of hypnosis is to cause you to think differently and better, to reprogram your personality or your behavior, that you can lose the weight, quit smoking. You mean to tell me that if I'm helping you to quit smoking, that's an evil thing? If I'm helping you to lose weight, if I'm helping you to not get angry, no, that's a good thing. What is the motive behind any and everything that we do?
And you usually can tell what the motive is by our intuition now. So let's go into our intuition, because it isn't the law of attraction teaching us to tune in to ourselves, to tune into that energy.
Yes. Right now, I feel that we say this in church, but we stop to a certain level. We say, accept Jesus into your heart as your personal Savior. And we stop right there. Then we say, do everything that the Bible says, do everything that the preacher says. But now, what if the Jesus that I just accepted in my heart is telling me to do this or telling me to do that? No. You do what the Bible, you do what the preacher tells you to do.
Interesting.
So you got to go within. And I feel that it's been the gift from the New Age movement, the gift of the New Thought movement, the gift of the metaphysical community. They have taught us how to go within, how to be spiritual as opposed to being religious.
That's brilliant. You're absolutely right. That has been my experience for the last 13 years. I was turned off to religion. I wouldn't say the word God. Now it's come because I am more intuitive than I've ever, and I can trust that what I'm getting is from a higher source. Isn't that where we want to get our answers from?
Again, as I said to you earlier about my children, I want them to grow and be independent men and women, not be dependent on me at 30 years old. And then 20 years. No, I've taught you how to cook, taught you how to clean. You know how to do this. Now go within. What do you feel? You've got the basics already. And this is what God, I do feel, he has given this gift to us through the New Age movement, through the New Thought movement, to say, hey, I'm within you. Let's talk. Go outside, meditate, commune with me. Let's have a little chit chat here. Tell me your deepest secrets. Tell me your desires. Go see Miss Jules and go through hypnosis so we can pull out what you have buried for so long. Pull it up and realize I'm still here. Nothing is going to cause me to run away from you. You're my daughter. The reason why you're not getting married because you have an inward hatred against men because of what your dad may have done. You need hypnosis. You need to clear this block that you can't embrace the love. That's not evil.
No, it's
That's
not.
helpful. That's helpful. That's not evil. That's helpful. You need to get a reading. You need to, let's find out. And I tell people this, you can get whatever you want. My job as a prophet or a psychic or an intuitive is to tell you what is blocking you from getting what you want. What is it that's blocking you to keep you in this state of limitation? If you ever feel you are limited, that's not God.
Good point.
God, I love the New Age movement brought a new word to us about God. That word is universe. And the Christian church denounced it. No, he God. I don't call him universe. But I love it because it gives me a bigger understanding of who he is. He is the universe. He is bigger than what you may have conceptualized in your mind as God. A 3-letter word, but we limit that 3-letter word to he can only do this. You got to be a part of the Catholic Church, or if you're not a part of it, you ain't going to heaven. You got to be a part of the Pentecostal Church, because you're not going to heaven. You got to be a part. He is universe.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And people can come to you for hypnosis, can't they?
Yes, and I have had some people to come, and it was amazing. I had one lady to even come to me one time, and she said, "Now, is this evil?" She came to my office and really, is this evil? I don't know. You know, my pastor told me, I said, now, and I began to let her know that the Bible says that we need to renew our mind. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, by the renewing of your mind. And that's all that hypnosis is to renew, refresh. Every time you go to church, every time you go into a religious setting, every time you go to a seminar, most of the time you're going to go into hypnosis. You're going to focus what that person is saying. You're going to absorb what they're saying. If they say, everybody jump up, you go jump up and say, yeah, you know. Even at the football game, you get so engulfed in the game, your baby saying, "Mommy, I gotta go potty," and you don't even hear him because you're in hypnosis.
That is so true. That is so true. And you don't even know that you're jumping up and down, and all of a sudden, okay.
Yeah. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Come on, let's go.
That's
they
too
already
funny.
used it on themselves because you was in hypnosis. You missed your exit on the freeway. You were in hypnosis. So it's a natural occurrence. And so this is what we got to understand. Things that are natural, it's not evil. We just got to know how to control it, how to have a balanced life with it. Again, it's not eliminating God. It's expanding him. He has given us these as gifts to enjoy.
Exactly. And the fact that she threw away everything and is just reading the Bible. And she is talking about the Bible. Well, I think that's rather funny because the Bible was channeled information.
Yes.
How else did it come about? I'm sorry?
I said many people don't even realize that, but it was channeled.
It is channeled. It is metaphysical. So if it has been channeled, you've got to kind of explore and don't take everything per se. You have to look at it metaphysically. Is that correct?
You know, in seminary, they taught us to, you got to look at your particular scripture and also look around it. Why did this person say this? So there are a lot of things in the Bible that, and it does. It says, you know, suffer not a witch to live and don't consult a medium. But that was maybe regarding a certain situation. It was a reason why God did that. There's also scripture that says, you know, tell the women to be quiet. Don't be talking. Don't say nothing. You know, but right now, I don't think that's what he really meant. So we got to understand there's a season. And this is where I was. I had a pool. I was recently divorced and years ago, and I had a very large pool in my backyard. My children were small, and I was a single parent. Well, I taught them to stay on the 3 feet in. Well, one day I was in the house and they went out to the pool, and I came to the patio door and they were on the 10 feet in. My heart dropped. And I'm like, I'm trying to get the door open to run out there and get them because I can't swim. But the Lord said, stop. And I'm like, what's going on? And I saw they were having fun. They were okay. They had mastered the swimming technique enough to know how to swim on the 10 feet. And he told me, you only want them on the 3 feet in until they mastered the 10 feet. Now they okay. Here you are panicking. You need to go take a chill pill. Let them go have some fun. So what I'm saying is we have limited things. Maybe that was, God stated that because they wasn't ready to handle certain things of the supernatural. So now I don't want you to go see the medium right now. I need you to develop more of the basics. Get this, and then we can do that. Because later on, we see that God does use the medium. He does use different oracles in the Bible. He did. He gave Joseph a dream. That was a psychic dream. Told him, don't go back that way. Go this way. So we do understand that God's ways are past finding out. Don't limit him.
Exactly. And it's through that we develop our intuition. So we need to accept that that's part of the higher realm.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say? I mean, you are a tool
Yes.
for the world so that we can get that message out. I mean, you are delivering us some very profound information.
We all have a connection with God. That intuition is what, and in fact, I just taught a class about this last night. We have to develop the God within us. And by doing that, we're understanding more, we're relating to him. We're developing that intuitive ability, that intimacy. It's like a relationship. If you meet somebody, you got to develop that intuition, that intimacy, understanding to say, okay, I think we can make a go of this. Let's keep going another month or another 3 years. But God is saying, I am within you. I am in you. You, my friend. Let's develop that gifting, that ability that he wants to talk to you. The prophet, the preacher does not replace your own relationship with God. So now, with the Bible, God has gifted us with different things that will help us, different tools that will help expand our knowledge. It's just like having a chicken. But you got so many ways you can cook that chicken now. Hawaiian, fried, baked, grilled, whatever you want, blackened. It's so many ways to enjoy. And that's the God that we serve. He is so fascinating. He's not limited. Develop that intuition within you.
Every time you're on my show, it gets me hungry. I have to go eat after we talk. This is so neat, because on my show we usually don't talk about God, but actually if you look at Doreen's message, it is making us examine our connection to God, and it's really kind of beautiful, because I'd have to say that I realize that there is an incredible power out there and that wants the best for me and will allow me to develop.
Yes.
I just need to be conscious of that.
And that's the good thing about this whole issue. There's always good and evil, good and bad, if you want to say that. But through this, it makes us fine-tunes our skills, fine-tunes our knowledge. It lets us re-examine our purpose, our motive. Yes. Now, let me say this very clearly. On your show, on my show, yes, we do earn income by what we do. And we are deserving of that income. I say that personally. We're deserving of income by what we do. If you're an attorney, you deserve the income. Call Miss Jules, get a hypnosis session, pay her fee. It's there to help you, though, achieve your goal. So, but our goal as far as getting income, that's one thing. But the overall goal is to help one another.
Yes.
Is to enlighten, is to inspire. I believe God gave us these gifts in what we do to help bring forth a greater connection to him. Don't let the money or the fees for our services cause you to negate from the service. No. It's to help you. This is just what he has assigned to us to do as our form of living. This is our divine assignment. I pray that makes some sense to somebody.
Yeah.
This is how we work. God is our boss. And so we're not eliminating him. We are being used by him to expand him.
Well, again, if something feels good, that's the right direction you should be going. Is that a correct way of saying it? I mean, you can look at it another way. The person who is addicted to drugs will feel good with the drugs, but it stops, and then they go downhill. So that good feeling is not going to bring them further. So can you just sort of delve into that a little bit? How do we?
Honestly, it doesn't. This is why, again, God has us as tools, because it doesn't really feel good to them. They're trying to mask a feeling.
Okay, good.
So that's not, it's the real depth of the heart is not feeling good. I'm using the drugs because I'm trying to cover up. I'm trying to get a good feeling. I'm trying to get this so that it will last, but it doesn't. You want the feeling that will last, what feels good normally or naturally.
Yeah.
Meditation does that. Hypnosis does that. A reading does that. It lifts you naturally. It doesn't need the drug. It doesn't need, the crack. It's a natural lifting, and it feels good. Many times, some people, they're trying to mask the feeling. With hypnosis, we're taught not to say cure it, but we're trying to eliminate it.
Yeah, pull it out, discard it.
Exactly. Drugs are only masking, they're only a Band-Aid. We don't want a Band-Aid. We want to eliminate that pain and cause you to really feel good. So it's a healing. That's the word I want to use. Anything that's a healing is comforting. Comforting is a healing. That drug is only masking. It's only pretending. It's only Band-Aiding, but it's not healing.
That's true. Now, when people come to you, they are seeking answers.
Yes.
That they just don't have a clue, or perhaps they do. So you're getting the divine information because you are of service. That's
Yes.
what the primary thing with you is, I serve.
Yes, ma'am. I do.
To help them.
That's it. And that's the same thing with you. They're needing answers when they come to hypnotherapy. Why is it that I can't quit smoking? Or why is it I'm afraid of heights? Or why is it I'm afraid of planes? So we are being used as tools to bring help, to bring healing. And that's what we are here for. Yeah. So again, I encourage everybody, even those, and I really do feel this, I don't want to just say this, but there's somebody on your show or that's listening that really, I encourage you to get a session with Jules. And I'm very serious about what I'm saying.
Dr. Mosley, too. Dr. Mosley, I got to tell you.
They really need healing.
Yeah, they need healing. Dr. Mosley, as I have told everybody, he has shocked me by his precision, his direct messages. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's just incredible. I just going, wow, how did he know? But listen, he also developed, I got to show you.
Oh, yes.
I've got to show you because I use these every morning. And you know what? It really does make a message that I can remember all day long. But these cards are fabulous. And the sayings on there are and you developed these. Yes. The sayings are so simple that it's like, duh. It's like all of a sudden, oh yeah, okay. And so they're so simple, you just remember the simple words like, look in the mirror. How many times have I gotten that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so those cards, you're selling those cards, and you gave this to me on the cruise. Yes. And I just loved them, and I haven't been able to stop using them. I just love them. I got to highly recommend that if you want a simple message, and you know what? It's developing your intuition, because you're connecting, and as soon as you're going, oh my gosh, of course, yes, you just got a message.
Yes,
I love that.
I really, the cards came to me, and all the sayings are saying that the divine gave me, and I've been so blessed. People have contacted me and let me know how one lady was using them in a bar. She was in a bar in Detroit. And she kept telling me, everybody kept coming, so I started using the cards. And before you know it, people started crying at the bar because the message was so powerful.
Oh, that makes a happy bar.
Yes. They got so relieved, and so it's a wonderful thing. And I thank you so very much, and I really do appreciate it. There are a lot of messages in the cards. In fact, I had a reading yesterday, and that card came out for a client. Look in the mirror, and it was letting them know, you got to see how beautiful you are, how talented, because that's what their question was, can I really do this job? And I began to let them know, look at yourself. See how talented you are. You got this. Go for it. And she's like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. And so she did. And I got an email today that this morning already, she got the job.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, you know, I got that message when I was a little ticked off. And what it told me is, hey, wait a minute, stop being ticked off. Look in the mirror. That's exactly what you're projecting onto them. And I'm going, oh, yeah, okay. Thank you very much. That's what I needed. And it sort of just brings you back to earth. And that, you know, to me, that was very powerful.
And it's amazing how, again, let's go with interpretation. Let the divine speak to you. These cards, I have mine here. These cards are really to connect you to the divine, not to eliminate the divine. Therefore, I'm sorry, but Miss Virtue, I'm happy to say rather, Miss Virtue is wrong. These cards are to connect you even more. It's a gateway. If we could say it, it's a gateway to the divine to hear clearer what God is saying to us.
Yes, yes. And I am just going to send a lot of high energy and love to Doreen Virtue, because whatever she went through, oh my goodness, my heart is open for you. I just want you to be happy. Whatever you choose, just be happy. If you feel that denouncing everything and going strictly to the Bible is what's making you feel good, then who am I to say anything? But as long as she feels good, that's the most important thing.
It is. And I pray. Now I still say she's wrong, but I really do. And I'm thankful for her, because it has reignited a passion in me to make sure that we are connected to the divine in what we do. So it kind of gives us a grounding sense to make sure that we are, go back and check our basics, our foundation. So I'm grateful for her for that. It causes me to make sure I'm still aligned with the divine.
That is wonderful. Dr. Michael Mosley, please tell everybody how they can go and get these fabulous cards, and I highly recommend them.
Oh, I thank you so much. Go to the website, drmichaelmosley.com. DrMichaelMosley. Go to drmichaelmosley.com. I would love you can order the cards there, and they'll be sent out to you. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you, Ms. Jules Johnson, my dear friend, for allowing us to come. And I want to say I appreciate you dealing with such a subject as we had to deal with today. Is very needed, especially in the law of attraction, because the law of attraction I feel it is the divine. It's the divine letting us know you can have your desires. You really can have what is on your heart. So I want to thank you for being courageous enough not to hide this, but let's bring it out into the open, that we can bring folk understanding to our listeners and let them know you still connected to the divine and you are achieving the results of your heart. So thank you, my dear.
Thank you, Dr. Michael Mosley. I just want to say also that if you want a live reading, oh my goodness, don't stop. Just go and make an appointment with him, and you're going to be absolutely delighted, as I was quite a few times, as a matter of fact. I keep on going back. He's wonderful.
Before I go, I pulled one of my cards for you, and it says, carry on. Carry on. Keep doing what you're doing to get what you want. So in all of this, I think the divine is giving us a message to say, carry on. I'm with you all. And he's with Doreen as well. He's really with her, and we thank him for that. But for us, and what we're calling this, our department, our category, Miss Jules Johnson, carry on. great work. Keep going.
Same to you, Dr. Michael Mosley. Love you so much. Thank you for being with me.
God bless.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week with another great show from Law of Attraction Talk Radio. If you'd like to comment on tonight's show, send an email to jules@loaradionetwork.com and have a great week.